Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I want to discuss with you the three things that you can focus on to most successfully and efficiently navigate this new period of your life, this awakening, this new feeling, new situation, new perspective that you are noticing. The three things that I would recommend you focus on are: one, your birth chart. And there's three main parts of that you should look at. Second thing is your human design. This is a fairly complex system, program, element in this three-part thing. And the third part is your archetype. Archetype is like, it's a temporal thing. It's a screenshot of where you're at. The way I see it, you have created this situation, this life where you built yourself a certain way. You have certain gifts, skills, talents, and these are not accidents. And you feel a certain way. You have a certain attitude towards life. You have certain attitudes towards relating with other people. Life can be confusing. You can be lost, especially nowadays with all of the chaos that's happening. But things are changing, energies are shifting, and right now there's a huge number of people who are just starting to wake up and realize that they don't feel the way they used to. They don't see things the way that they used to. There is a huge change in the direction and the energy and the feeling and the perspective of most of the population nowadays. This is what I mean by awakening. It's nothing ooh-woo, it's nothing way out there. It's just simply a shift in the consciousness of each individual and of us as a whole. I'm not going to go too deep into that in this video. There will be other videos for that. We're going to focus on the three things that you can focus on to help navigate this period of your awakening most efficiently and quickly, easily. The birth chart, the human design, and the archetype are the three things you're going to focus on. When you talk about your birth chart, it can be complex. It can be almost overwhelming when you first look at it. But the thing that begin with is your sun, which everybody knows their sun. Everybody knows their sun. I'm a Sagittarius sun, and for most of my life, I'm a Sagittarius, and it's very effective. It works in a lot of ways, but there's layers to this. And the sun is the ego. It's what everybody sees. It's what you feel. But there are deeper layers, which is the moon. That's your emotional side. That's affects where you come in, connecting with other people in relationships, parenting, with co-workers, the emotions that flow between people. So understanding what your sign is can help you understand why you act or feel a certain way in certain situations, emotionally speaking. Then you have the ascendant, which is more important than most people give credit for. Me personally, I'm a Scorpio ascendant, so you may get a secretive or kind of a darker energy, maybe a little aggressive energy when you first meet me. A lot of people think I'm, I don't know, angry or serious when they first see me, because when I'm resting and I'm not thinking about it, that's kind of the energy I'm putting out. And the way you interact with this world, the image you put out to people, your first impression, this is all driven by the ascendant. And so these three things together can help you paint a better picture of how you are truly on the inside, how you act when you're alone or in a safe environment with your family, for example. This is your moon. How other people see you right off the bat, that's your ascendant. And then the overall image of how you interact with the world, this is your ego, this is your sun. And understanding these three things, learning what these three things are, and then tying those pieces into a few other things like the house that it's in, this will give you a very good snapshot or screenshot, what I like to call the character creation blueprint or design. It's how you built your character, your avatar, your personality this time. this lifetime, I should say. Then you have the human design. That is a complex system. It takes time and patience to work through that, but it's very, very worthwhile. It creates a deeper understanding within yourself of who you really are and how you should, or how you can most efficiently react in any given situation. So that is free at first. I'll give you I'll link all the websites for my preferred birth chart, my preferred human design, and my preferred archetype websites. I'm not making any money off these. I'm not promoting any of these. It's just free knowledge, how I started and kind of how that went for me. So the human design, you get this little printout, and it will give you what are the active nodes at birth and what are the, I guess you could say, static nodes at birth. It'll give you kind of the best way for you to approach life. For me, I'm a reactive type. I don't need to be planning things out and trying to organize it all ahead of schedule. That creates a lot of extra noise in my head, and it ends up stifling the process instead of allowing it to flow. If I face something and I go in it right away with no preparation, just follow my gut intuition, I say, yes, this is it. No, this isn't it. In human design, I'm a generator. And so the reactive, I guess you could say, approach to life is the most efficient. And when I allow myself to step into a situation and just flow with things as they come, the turnout is always a lot more natural and a lot better. So there's another one. The free part is a very shallow surface. The $30 section, that's where the meat, the real sustenance is. That's all I've done. I think I might have done the next level, which is 100. I probably did. But for a starter, the $30 option is beautiful. And then last is the archetype. This is just, there are 12 main archetypes in every, I guess you could say, character, persona, situation, or individual. And you may be focusing more on helping others, or you may be focusing more on developing yourself. There would be times where you're more self-centered and kind of doing things in a greedy or even selfish way. And then there are times where you're absolutely selfless. There are times when you're more fearful or less fearful, extremely brave, even courageous, or reckless. And when you do the archetype test and you go through that, it'll kind of give you a snapshot of where you're at in your journey. And that can give you some insight as to how to approach different situations. So these three things, when you put them together, it gives you a very clear, concise picture of where you're at in your character development process. And from there, your next step or the certain situation you're in is a lot easier to navigate, to figure out, and to react to, or how you say, design a plan to take action on to create change that you want to see. So this is my advice to you. Get these three things. Go to astroseek.com, get your birth chart. I think Jovian Archives, I think that's where you get your human design. And the archetype, honestly, I don't remember. That might be Jovian Archives. But I'll link those things down below. And what else can I say? I think that's it. If you have any questions, comments, I'm always here. I'll be checking in as often as I can, and I'll try to respond to everyone who gets on this. Thank you, and see you on the next one. Peace, guys.